query,
This
try to
conference
answer
will
it.
now be recorded.
Okay, it is a general question and generic question, so that we can compare that with mule. Okay, so what is the importance of variable? It is normal, a simple question. What is the, in any technology we will be, it is a generic question, don't mind, it is not a, I mean it is related to mule only, but just like normally I'm asking. Why? Because again in our session I will be introducing variables and all the stuff, so that is a normal understanding I am asking. What is variable and what is its importance? Anyone can take over and they can say it. Are you guys able to hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes. So what is the important? It is general question, Abraham. Don't be panic. My system is restarting, so just I don't want to waste like interview question I'm asking. What is a variable? Have you anytime created a variables in any of the technologies, either Java or ADF or whatever?
The importance
At least have you
variable.
variable? variable. What is variable? Either in Java or in SQL or in ADF, in any technology. So when you are creating any variables, what is its importance? The importance of variable. Just I'm asking a generic question.
Variables are used to initialize some information in order to for the functioning of the program.
Okay. So normally for initializing, right? Normally for initializing any variables, generally if you are, for example, can you please give any real-time example? If at all, if you are not declaring any variable, what is going to happen? Okay, let me put one scenario. Why? Because always people will be asking scenario questions. Okay, so normally I want to iterate the loop. Okay, I want to start the loop from 0 to 10. Okay, 10 numbers I want to display. In any normal programming language, what you will be doing it? Normally, what you will be doing it? So here the variable plays a role or not? For loop is there. You have to display 10 numbers. You are using for loop. Example. Will you initialize anything or directly you will keep for and directly you will iterate? Patel? Vaisalakshi, I think you will be having a better idea. No. Variable in the sense, I mean, one of our friends said like it is used for initializing purpose. That I agree. If at all I want to use any, I mean, without declaring variables, can we iterate the loop, for loop?
Yeah, we can use for loop, for each loop.
For each loop, okay. For each loop, inside for each loop, will you declare any variables or not?
Yeah, we have to declare one variable.
Okay, so that is the importance. For example, if you want to iterate 10 times, or temporarily if you want to store anything at that time, these variables can be used. Okay, but in mule, not only for initializing, even some properties also we can use. How we can use, I will tell you. Okay, normally it is interview question. What is the difference between normal variable and declaration of mule variable? Generally people will be asking. So that is the reason I brought up this. Normal variable is normally initialized, and the scope, when the scope expires, it is gone. In mule, actually an advanced variable they have introduced. We can use in two ways. How to use, where to use, that definitely I will be discussing. Okay, my system got restarted. So one of the interview questions, we will keep a full stop for it. We will get an answer when we do the variables concept, which is, I mean, today if it is possible, I will explain. Okay. Okay, I will share my screen. Are you guys able to see my screen? I shared
No,
just
it
now.
didn't come yet.
It didn't
Yet.
come yet. Okay. Okay.
This conference will now be recorded.
Are you able to see my notepad?
Yes, we got you.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah, we can see the screen, but I think there is an echo when you're speaking.
Yeah. Now I think it should not be there. I have muted.
Okay.
Let me open my AnyPoint Studio. So this is the AnyPoint Studio tool. Okay, the tool will get open. So for downloading this, downloading that, I will tell the procedure first, and then I will open the tool, and we will see that. Okay. So for doing some flows, we will be using. We have installation. Today we will discuss about installation, and if possible, variables concept variation, that interview question we will complete. Okay. So the installation for MuleSoft, for doing any MuleSoft flows, normally in any technology we will have design time, and we can have runtime. Okay. So what is design time? What is runtime? What is design time? What is runtime? So design time is something where we can create our flows. So we got a business case, and from source system they are sending the data. Our mule has to, for understanding, let me keep, it has a source system, we have a mule. In mule, definitely there should be some design time tool for designing the flows. Okay. And it is like target system. Okay. So as soon as a source system keeps any message, for example, Amazon, take Amazon only, you have kept the order, so it came to the middleware. So we assume like Amazon is in the Amazon at the middle, it is using mule. So what it should happen, it should come to this mule flow, and whatever the business requirement is there, the business requirement is something like, okay, our flow, Amazon, I am taking Amazon, and in Amazon what you will be generally filling, you will be filling your almost a single request you will fill, right? You will be filling single request. Am I correct? So what is that single request contains? It contains your personal information. That is, personal information means the name, date of birth, everything. That is personal info plus your address info. Address is something like where your parcel should be given. That is, in simple words, we can say like billing information. Billing info is there. Plus, when you are booking something, you have to give either a credit card or debit card, whatever the case is. Right? Am I correct? All this information you will be giving in your, while you are booking anything on your Amazon, right? Do you agree? Do you guys agree?
Yeah.
So I am
Yeah,
assuming
yeah.
from source system the single request was raised, and so after this information will be reaching to mule now. Okay. So definitely as a layman, we are laymans, we don't know at back end at back end what it is happening, we don't know. We will only simply get a message like your order is booked and your tracking information is so and so. Just that two messages we will get. Normally we will get that only, right? Normally we will be getting that messages only. Why? Because as a layman persons, we are expecting only those messages. That's all. We don't know how at the background how it is working. We don't know. Okay. But as a developer, now as a software developer, definitely we assume like in between the mule was introduced. So at that time, all this information will be reaching to mule. This is my business case, normal business case, normal real-time example. Okay, single request here it will reach. Okay, then as per your understanding, till now you have real-time exposure, right? Everybody, I think everybody worked in the real-time mode. That is what my assumption is. So this single request here to mule it will reach. So from here, what should happen? What should happen? Can you analyze bit? What should happen? What mule has to do in this aspect? It will take single request. After taking single request, so I am telling like we are booking info. That means here not only one system, two systems will get involved. TMS system will be there, which is meant for transport management, right? Which is meant for transport management, and another system will be there called WMS system, which is a warehouse management, right? Why I'm saying I'm saying TMS and WMS? Definitely these two systems, not only Amazon, in Flipkart or whatever the system is, two or more systems will be involved, and also billing system also it will be involved. Billing system in the sense whatever the credit information we are doing, whatever the credit info, whatever the credit card info we are giving, that billing system. Billing system can be most of the time it will be SAP. Nowadays they are using SAP. SAP billing system is there, right? So that SAP there nowadays they are using. Okay. As a layman, for us it is only simply one request. It is single request. As a user, we are filling all these details. We don't know what is happening at the back end. Mule will take. Now it is mule's responsibility. It is mule's responsibility to segregate this info. Why? Because TMS system is for transport management. That means these people need only what is the address and order ID. And WMS system is like as soon as we keep an order, first it will check the warehouse system in the sense what, whether that item is available or not. If it is available, then it will be booked. Otherwise you will definitely get a message like out of stock. Am I correct? Are you guys are with me or not? You're understanding or not?
Yeah, we're with you.
Yes.
Yeah. So first warehouse system. In the warehouse system, first they will check the item, whether the item is there or not. If item is there, they will say like, okay, your order is booked. Otherwise, simply they will say it is out of stock. Please try later after some time. That kind of message you will get. And billing system, if everything goes fine, then only the billing system will come into the picture for, the amount will be deducted or credited, whatever the case is. That system will come. So if at all they are using mule in between, means this is our business requirement, right? Definitely this is a business requirement, right? This is our business requirement. That means this fellow has to take the single info, it has to sit in between, and it has to segregate the request which person has given. For warehouse system, for warehouse system, only the item information we have to send. For transport, if warehouse, if in warehouse, if that item is there, means then we will touch base transport manager. We will involve billing system. If item is there, billing will happen. After billing, the transport, then the transport shipping information will come into the picture. See, for all the three systems, is complete information is required for all the three systems? No, right? No, right? I am telling you, am I explaining very high level, or are you guys are understanding or not?
A little bit confusing. I don't know. Is that for me only or?
Little bit confusing. Okay. See, see, you are a user, you place this information. In between, we are using mule. Okay, so what is the responsibility of mule? Mule has to send item information to warehouse management. That means it has to touch base. Here, our target systems are three systems are there. Transport system is there, WMS system is there, billing system is there. So whatever the single request we will get now, in that single request, billing information, credit card information, we have to send it to SAP system. SAP system does not require our address or item, right? It requires only our account number or credit card number, or how much amount it has to deduct. Only that information we have to give. Am I correct? That you agree?
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
That you agree. So as a broker, we are broker. Here we are broker. So by sitting in between, only that credit card information we have to send it to billing system. Okay. Only the item information we have to send it to WMS system, and only the transport information we have to send it to TMS system. So that means we have to take that single request, we have to divide that request, and which system requires what we have to send by sitting in between. Finally, if everything goes fine, then only the end user will get a message like your order is booked successfully. Any questions or any concerns in understanding?
Yeah, I think it's good.
Hmm?
No, I said I think
Are you,
it's good.
it's good. Okay. Others? How about others?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Yeah,
No
it's
doubt.
clear.
Yes. So that means mule has to sit in between. For source system, it is only single request. They will not bother. They will just whatever the junk they want to send, they will send it to the middleware. Middleware in the sense mule, to the mule system they have sent. It is completely our requirement what to send, what to send to which system, and whether the system is sometimes the date formats may not be correct. That formats we have to change, that business logic we have to implement, and then we have to combine. We have to check whether all the systems are properly, we have sent the request or not, we have received a proper response or not, and finally we will be sending the your order is booked, and so the tracking information we will be again sent back to the target, to the source system. So here in my example, three systems are target systems. Okay, so now we understood we have to connect three systems. So that means we have to create three flows, right? One flow is for WMS system for sending data. Another flow is for we have to create. So again, simply from the requirements phase, I'm telling. Okay, how the people will start gathering requirements, that I'm explaining you. Okay, and flow 1 is for touch basing WMS system, that is warehouse, and flow 2 is for transport management, billing, credit system, SAP system, that is nothing but billing system. When we in warehouse, where an item is there, we will touch base billing system, and then third flow we have to create in for TMS system for transport. Finally, our order will be reached. So it is clear, right? We have to create three flows in mule, right? It is clear now?
Yeah.
It is pretty much clear, right? So our understanding is clear. Yes, these three we have to create. Now, where all these flows will be created, there should be some platform where we have to create these flows. Am I right? Am I correct? There should be some platform. Otherwise, where you will create flows? I am blindly saying, okay, flows we have to create. Where you will create? There should be some IDE, right? There should be some design time tool, right?
Yes.
Yes.
That design time tool is Anypoint Studio. In your case, ADF, it is JDeveloper, right?
Yeah, JDeveloper. Yes.
Anypoint Studio. It is called Anypoint Studio. Anypoint Studio is a design time tool where we will be implementing all the flows, and that Anypoint Studio looks like this. This is the tool. If anybody has worked with Eclipse means, they will easily understand. So the tool is like it is similar. It looks like similar to Eclipse. I am not sure how many people have worked with Eclipse, but it is similar to that. Okay, it is similar. So Anypoint Studio. Now from where this Anypoint Studio, from where we have to get this Anypoint Studio? That is now another question, right?
Mm-hmm.
From where we have to download? Now the question raises, right? For that, for downloading this tool, you need to have a trial account in Anypoint platform. Anypoint platform. So this Anypoint platform, just go to Google, okay? Click Anypoint platform. Platform login. Okay? Anypoint platform. In the Anypoint platform, first you have to log in. We need to create our trial account for getting that IDE. We have to get that IDE for creating, otherwise where the flows you will create, you cannot able to create, right? So back to sign in. Yeah. So here we sign up means, here if the credentials are there, we can log in. Otherwise we have to sign up. Keep sign up. Click on sign up. Give your details here. Parallelly also you can do, guys. Parallelly also you can do. Not only waiting. Parallelly you can create your account details. Okay. Provide your details. If any query, just ask me. Are you guys at before system or just or you have in mobiles?
Yeah, I already signed up.
Okay.
Yeah, I already have an
So
account. Yeah.
give your full name. You have an account?
Yeah, I already have an account. Yeah.
Okay, it is only 30 days trial. Okay, it is only 30 days trial. Remember that. Okay. Okay. I think everybody has downloaded then in that case. Give your email address, give your phone number, company number. It should not be like always your company. Give anything like learner's zone like that. Anything is fine. Give your username, give your password, just sign in. You will get it. Okay. Already I have an account. So I'll just normally, I'll go.
Should we enable multi-factor authentication while we sign up for Anypoint platform?
I did not get you. Multiple times. Change your Gmail ID anytime you can keep it. Only username. After 30 days, you can create another account, but your username should be different. Remaining other stuff you can keep as it is. Okay.
Okay.
Only username is different. I'm not.
You can skip now, Abraham. Just created the account.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 If you have, what is this here? Can somebody share so that I will showcase from where it is downloaded? I think I have forgotten the credentials now. Have you logged in? Who has logged in?
I did login. I'm in.
Ami, you are the one.
Yeah.
Shall I
Yeah.
give you the presenter, right?
Yeah. I created and I opened the Anypoint platform already. So I'm in.
Oh, okay. I am making you the presenter. Can you share? I think I have forgotten my credentials. Not many accounts are there. I'll cross
How do
verify.
I share? I opened on my laptop and I'm using for the training for my phone. So how do I share this?
Oh, okay. In that case, just leave it. Okay, let me.
I'm using two device, laptop and the mobile.
Okay,
So
okay, fine. That's okay. I will quickly create. Otherwise, give me a second, please. These like so many accounts are there. I am forgetting.
I can text you my. Do you want to use my ID, my username, my password?
No, I'll create. Just a second.
Okay.
It's only 2 minutes job. I'll just give it. I'm filling my personal info, so just I have unshared the screen. At the bottom, you have Anypoint Studio. Just you download that. Okay, I have created, not a problem. Okay, I'm sharing my screen now. It's only 2-minute job. That doesn't take much time. Okay. So this is Anypoint. See, as soon as I log into the here, as soon as I log in, you will be seeing so many things. Okay, come down. You can see Anypoint Studio. Download this. Download this. The people who has not done, please do it. The persons who already has it, well and good. Okay. After downloading, try to extract. After extracting, you will find this icon. Just right click, either run as administrator or run a click as open. Okay, so that the workspace will get opened. Give the default space and your thing will be here. Okay, are you guys clear till here?
Question. So when I try to download a studio, there is a select operating system and job title. What I have to say?
Yeah, what is
Mac.
your operating system? What is your operating system? Is it Windows 64 or what is that? You have to mention that.
I'm using a Mac. Yeah.
So that it will.
I'm using a Mac. You're right.
Okay, so in that case, you have to do that. You have to select that particular operating system and you have to download. Okay, as soon as you have done this, is everything fine from everybody? Shall I continue?
Yes, you can continue.
Okay, so after creating, yeah, as I said, like we have to need IDE for developing all these flows. Now coming to the runtime, everything is fine. So source system, we got the requirement. We have created all these 3 flows and we have segregated the final response and we are about to send this message. Okay, so for definitely when any source system hits our mule, where it will hit, we have to make it run somewhere, right? We have to make it run somewhere. Am I right? We have to. That means indirectly I'm saying there should be some server. Without server, how they will, how the source system will interact with us? Definitely one system, on one server we have to deploy, right? Am I
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So that server we will be calling it as runtime. Okay, so it is like Anypoint server. Okay, server means here MuleSoft has given 3 types of servers. Okay, this runtime server, as per our requirement, we can build this runtime. Okay, first thing is Jetty server. Jetty server is something we can configure any type of servers. Okay, first thing is Jetty server. What is Jetty server? Have you heard about this? It is nothing but an internal server. Internal server in the sense, in the Anypoints to in the Anypoint, after creating a flows, the project itself, for every project the server will be there. I have created one project. I will showcase everything from scratch. Just for your information, I'm showcasing. Okay, see here, Mule server is there. Mule server is there. So this Mule server is nothing but as part of our project. As part of our project, we are getting it. So when we create a project, the server is automatically, one server is getting created automatically. That is called Jetty server. So it is specific to this project. Okay, for every project, when you create any project, with that project you will be getting that server. Okay, that is called Jetty server. So for example, if I am creating project, okay, so that project name, let me give like any dummy name we can give, any dummy name we can give. Okay, I am giving like hello. Okay, see, automatically runtime is selected. This is called Jetty server. Okay, this is called Jetty server. And another server is there. Another server is there. That server is Cloud Hub server. And third type of server is hybrid server. Hybrid server. So Cloud Hub server, always you will find it in your professional account, that is Anypoint platform. In the Anypoint platform, if you go to runtime manager here, there one server will be there. There we have two types of servers like design time server, sandbox server. So normally in design time or sandbox server, see, this is given by Mule. For trial version, they have given this environment. Okay, this environment they have provided by them. If we create a trial version, we have the capability to deploy it over here, and we can you give that URL to the source system. So this is Cloud Hub, but definitely there is a difference. When I am discussing this RAML kind of stuff, at that time I will in detail I will be explaining the Cloud Hub server. Okay, and hybrid, here Cloud Hub server is something like complete runtime management will be under the control of MuleSoft. Runtime system, complete system will be under the control of MuleSoft. That means you have created your flows, you have deployed your 3 flows to this server. Okay, then it is not your responsibility. After you have deployed, after you have given your flows to them, it is their responsibility. So during our requirements phase, we will decide, see, our business, whether it runs for 24/7, or it runs 5 days a week, or it runs only alternate days, or it will be running at specific times. Definitely during requirements phase, when our flows should run, that information in the requirements phase, our architects will be taking that info. Okay, if at all, if it is 24/7, it is completely MuleSoft administration, admin team to keep our services up and running. It is their responsibility. We are not bothered. We are only till development. After deploying, it is not our responsibility. If the server crashes, if something has happened to their server, it is completely their responsibility again to bring it back, again to make our services up. That is, when you are taking a license for a Cloud Hub server, that is the advantage. Okay, so in that way, if you are, for example, IBM is a organization. For IBM, it got a project. So that project of till development we got. Server part we are not taking care. So definitely only development team will be there from our end. Only development team. Okay, runtime, admin team will not required, if at all, if you are going with Cloud Hub server. In case if it is like hybrid server, so what happens is like design we will do it. Okay, we will design the flows, we will create our own server. So what we will say is, some clients are very specific. Why? Because we are running our services, especially banking and defense. These two are very critical clients. Whatever, we cannot satisfy them. Why? Because always they will be thinking about the security. If I keep my services on the Mule server, means if anybody hacked our URLs, means what is going to happen? It is banking. If some crores of business will run, right? So how about that amount? Keeping our services with them is the right decision or not? That kind of inferior complexity for some clients still now they have it, especially banking. That is the reason I'm saying, especially banking people, banking projects. Always they will be with some, with some doubts only they will be moving forward. So they simply, what they will say is like, hey boss, we will deploy, we will design ourselves, and we will make our own server. We will create our own server, and those server we will on premise. We will say like it is on premise. Sorry, it is not a hybrid. It is on premise. Sorry, it is my mistake. On premise server. So some organizations will create the server by themselves with the help of taking the help of MuleSoft people. At that time, definitely the admin team should be our team. Okay, that is, admin team should be our team. So design time will be, teams will be separate, and server team will be different. So both are running on our side only. On project side only, these both will be running. If our architect decide this type of server means, definitely these two, it is our responsibility to take care. And third type of server is something like hybrid server. Hybrid server is half. Okay, it is something half here, half there. Okay, what they will do is, it is something like hybrid. The name itself indicates hybrid. Design, anywhere design is our thing only. Design is our part only, that we have to take, that we have to agree. Plus, what we will do is like few important flows we will be deploying to our server. Important flows. So wherever the billing, for example, billing system, touch basing the billing system, only that flows in our server we will be running, and other flows we will try to deploy to Cloud Hub. So it is a mixture of local, mixture of on-premise plus hybrid. That means some services we will run on our system, on our server, and some few services we will be running on any point platform. So that is called hybrid. So it, which kind it will take? See, first server is, it is just out of box, nowhere it will use in real time. Definitely it is used only for testing purposes, and the project people like us who are who are practicing, for them it is suitable. But among these three, what to take, what to opt, our architect will decide. Our architect will decide in the requirements phase. Okay, after deploying these three flows, we will try to give, for example, we got like completely three flows. For us it is three flows. Finally these three flows output we will combine, we will create one more flow. Three flows output we will combine, finally we will create one more flow, and that final flow URL we will be giving it to the source system. So when they hit, automatically to that URL that request comes, internally it divides the execution, the business will happen, and final response will be going back to the source system. So that URL, let me assume like some abc.com. So where to run that abc.com is decided by our architect among these three servers. Are you guys clear till this point? Are you guys are okay? Any doubts? Okay, normally. Now coming to the interview question. Now we will discuss one interview question. Normally, when you are explaining your project to any interview panel, definitely they will ask. Design is something like whatever the logic challenges, whatever the business logic challenges you have faced, people will be asking. Okay, what for doing this, what for example, for touch basing this billing system, what is the critical logic you have done, what is the challenge you have faced? Why? Because as you are touch basing account system, definitely some credit card, from the credit card the amount was deducted, the order was not booked properly, at that time again you have to refund. So in that case, how you have handled this kind of logic? They will be touch basing that type of questions. So then at that time, what is your answer is like, yes, we have handled like in data weave expressions. I mean, what is data weave I will explain, but just I'm covering one of the interview questions so that it will be in your brains, it will sit in your brains, right? So most of the time in the using data weave expressions only, any critical logic we will try to implement. So how to implement, whether you have written custom packages or how you have reached that, it is like our analysis we have to frame. That is one thing. And another immediate question what they will put is like, what kind of runtime? So what type of server? What type of server? Immediate question. So even though if you say like Cloud Hub server, whatever you say na, apart from that they will be asking other questions. If I am the interview panel na, if people say like Cloud Hub, I will be asking on on-premise. If they are saying like hybrid, I will be asking Cloud Hub. So it depends on mentality. Okay. So at that time we have to, if it is like on-premise, then how you have created, how you have built, that type of questions it will come. So if you are a very smart person means, try to keep your interviewer at least 15 to 20 minutes on the design time. On the design time only you have to keep your interviewer. Most of the time, almost 20 minutes you have to eat by explaining your design, and you have to give only 10 minutes the scope for them to ask on runtime questions. Why? Because as a developer we will be concentrating much on development, not the deployment. Okay, so if at all they are asking, you have to come up with these things. Okay, on-premise server, our server separate team is there. They have built the server. They have, I mean, they are in contact with them. They provided the IP addresses and everything where we have to deploy. In that location, we have deployed. So other immediate question is like, where is your server? How, whether you have, I am saying like on-premise server, that is fine. But where is your server? You say like some US or UK it was built and it is our own server. For on-premise server, there will be no much questions. Why? Because everything is internal. We are building, we are framing, we are deploying. The questions will fall on hybrid. Hybrid means half of the flows we will be deploying here and half of them are we are deploying there. Then how the source system, when they have put that request, how why? Because among 4 flows, 2 flows are, let me assume here our scenario only. 2 flows we are deploying on our systems, and remaining 2 we are deployed in anypoint platform. So how you are managing those flows? That type of questions it will become. Why? Because their IP address is different. Our server's IP addresses are different. Then what we have to do is like we have to whitelist our IP addresses on their server. Then only the interaction will happen. Your answer should be this. Then only people feel like you have really worked. Are you guys clear?
Did you say we have to add our IP address in their server, and that's the only way it works?
Yes. If you are missing that point, your interviewer will understand like you have not worked. If you are missing that point, we have to say like our server said. Normally it is a trial version. All the details you will not find here. Normally, if you are taken the licensed version, everything will be there. We can add everything. We can manage everything according to the server point of view. Everything we have the access. Okay, so we will be whatever the our server IP addresses will be there, right? That IP addresses we have to add on any point platform whitelist. Then only all the flows will be executing. Okay, so this type of question normally like 6 to 7 people persons, 6 to 7 years persons, they will be asking like this type of tricky questions. Now we know like nowadays for everybody, even for 2 years or 3 years also they are asking. So definitely, I mean we have to maintain, right? Got the point? Okay, are you clear till this point? Are you guys are okay?
Yeah.
Shall I move forward?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
See, after our sessions in middle, I will be asking some interview questions as well. I will take mock interviews. You have to listen carefully. We have only 1 hour. Try to dedicate it. Okay. Okay. Now, till now we are shouting like we have flows, we have flows, we have flows. Now, how we will be framing that flow in our project? That is another thing. Now come back here. I have created the project, right? Mule server is there, and you have to give your default location. Okay, this is default location. If at all if you want to create your own thing, just create it. My default location here, this I have set it. Click on finish. Okay. Now try to have listener. No. See, this is the palette. As soon as we are opening, this is the palette, and these are the tabs you could able to see. Okay. And most of the time we will be playing with file, we will be playing with search, we will be playing with project, we will be playing with window. So these three tabs always we will be much of the time file, project, file, run, window. These three tabs most of the time we will be touch basing. Okay. So as a new person, sometimes you will feel like automatically this project was came in this way, and you are struggling like you want to revert this change. You want to revert this change to normal phase. Okay. At that time, what you will do? You will go to window. You will go to prospective. You will try to reset prospective. Then automatically after resetting all the whatever the pains you are seeing now, automatically it will revert. Why? Because why I am saying this first means most of the newcomers or new babies born in MuleSoft will struggle this only. They will be missing this part and they will be searching here and there. Don't go anywhere. If you are missing anything, go to Windows, go to prospective, try to reset your prospective. Everything will be back. Okay, that is one key point people has to remember. And now we have, as I'm saying, we have to create the flows. Now here we have it was divided into 4 parts. If you see, if you keenly observe, core is there, favorites is there, add modules is there, sockets is there. So normally if you are opening your endpoint studio, these three you will find. Core, up to core only you will find. You will not find HTTP sockets, that I have added it.
Excuse
But
me.
by default, if you are getting, that is well and good.
Where we can find this page? I can't find these pages. This page depend on studio or what? I'm still downloading
Studio.
the studio.
It is studio, no?
Oh,
Studio. Whatever we have
still.
downloaded, I open that studio, and in that studio you can visualize like this. If you create a project, then you will get all this stuff.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Left side, it is mule palette. In mule palette only you will find all this stuff. Okay. So most of the time we will be playing with core components, and these are all the core components that are there in mule. So for building our logic as per our requirement, we will try to use these activities. These are core. The name itself indicates these are heart of mule flow. That means, see, for a human body, heart is one important part. In the same way, this core is something like, for mule flows, it is just like a heart. So whatever we require, if we are handling exceptional handling, we have to use this. What to use, how to use, when to use what activity, and how it will be correlated with real time. I will and when I am discussing, I will teach everything. Okay. This is one thing. And another thing is like add modules. These are only activities for building the logic. That's all. We have modules now. Now create on add module. See, these are nothing but target systems. See, if you want to integrate with Workday, you can integrate. If you want to integrate with Salesforce, yes, Salesforce. ServiceNow, yes. Okay. So these are modules. These are different target systems, we could say. Now I said, now you might be getting a doubt. Madam, you told like it is 500 connectors are there, but here we could see only few. That doubt you may get. Yes, from here, search in Exchange is there, right? Through that, we can get whatever the connector we need. If 500 connectors are loaded here, means our project space will be more, and the space that is we take in runtime will becomes very big size, and performance also will degrade. So that is the reason all the connectors in any point studio, they have not kept. Whatever we require, only pull that, add it to your studio, and we can work. In that way they have given. Okay, is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So now I have created one flow. By seeing that flow, you have 3 activities. One is message flow, one is global elements, one is configuration. So 3 parts were there. So in the message flow, you will be building whatever. So I said like our first flow, first we have to listen, we have to process, we have to connect it to the target system. 3 parts I have discussed, right? Till now I have shouted, I am shouting like, yes, we have to do these 3. So how it is possible? That is like flow. Drag and drop the flow. In the flow, you will have source, you will have process, you will have error handling. Okay, you will have source, you will have process, you will have error handling. Okay, so here in this, in source, always source is something the name itself indicates. It is our start point. For Mule, it is start point. If somebody is hitting our service, that request has to come to first our source only. That means we have to create few activities which should listen that request. Okay, so for listening that request, our source can be anything. It can be a listener, it can be a DB, it can be a file, it can be a FTP, it can be an MQ, anything, depends upon the requirement. Now you get a doubt, madam, you are saying like we have to listen, again you are saying these many activities. Which activity we have to decide, which activity we have to decide in our source, that will be decided by architect during requirements phase. Why? Because for example, I am interested to give URL to the source system abc.com, but few systems will be there. Few systems, what they will say is, we cannot invoke your URL. We cannot invoke. Why? Because our technology is not supporting to invoke URL, HTTP URL. My system is not able to do it. So in that case, how Mule is providing the solution? So if some systems are not able to invoke the URL, means as a Mule experts, we have to give options, na? We have to give options, right? Why? Because their technology is not supporting to hit that URL. So definitely other options we have to provide. We will check other options. Hey boss, okay, you are saying you are not able to invoke URL, that is fine. What you can able to do it? What your technology, that means for example, source system is Salesforce. So okay, Salesforce is not able to, example I'm saying, it is not really Salesforce, it is not able to invoke Mule URL. So now tell me, your Salesforce, to which system it can able to connect? It is MQ or DB or file system. You want to place your request somewhere in files or in FTP? Give tell that, so that accordingly we can give the solution. So this solutioning will be taken care by architects. You don't need to worry. All things this you will be having in MD70 documents. That is nothing but technical terminology. You should know it. While you are attending interviews, you should not blindly say like it is specification document, like that you should not say. We have to use some terminology. Okay, normally some people will say user story. User story is there. We user story, we have, from the user story we have created technical spec. Some clients will say in this manner. Some clients will use MD50, MD70. MD50 is nothing but functional document, MD70 is technical document. So people normally in the interviews, people will be confusing you. You should not confuse what term they are using, just you should be aware. Okay, so in the technical specification, when the architects will decide which one to use, till that time their job is done, and it will come to our leads. Our leads will prepare a MD70 or technical specification document from MD50. That is, from specifications they will come up with technical document. That technical document will be given to the developers, and developers, we take the technical document and we will start framing our flows. So what to keep here, what is our source point, will be in our technical spec doc. So you don't need to confuse. But interviewers, even though you have not involved in that part, people will ask whether you know the process or not. So they will test your knowledge, that you have to say. So okay, after getting the message over here, process, what the process will do, process will take that message, and as per TMS, for example, as we discussed, for TMS system what is required, those details and those mapping people will be given. That mapping document, by seeing that mapping document, we have to create our logic. While creating this logic only, these core components will come into the picture. While creating those logic, we will use these core activities. And finally, when we are touch basing the target system, at that time, we will go to our exchange. We will bring that connector. For example, billing system, SAP system, we have to connect, right? We will bring that connector. At last, we will keep after building the logic, and we will send that information, that credit card information, everything to that system. That system will calculate and it will give the response. Again, that response we will take and we will again send it to the source system. Flow wise, are you clear? Are you guys clear?
Yeah, it is. But I think it's more of a high level kind of explanation right now. I guess
Yes.
like in the future, maybe we're gonna get into like projects from scratch,
Yes.
and then we can go ahead in depth. Yeah.
Yes.
But,
Yes.
yeah, on a high level, it's good.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. So for now, for today, you go through this video and install or make your AnyPoint studios and everything ready. Okay. Tomorrow, I will be jumping into our real time. I mean, real time in the sense, I mean, POCs. POCs, first of all, we will start with our understanding with our core activities first. First 4 activities we have to focus, and exposing the URL to them is like nothing like in between we will get. So during this part of course, we have 20 modules. Our technical person will be sharing the course content as well. Go through that course content. Okay, everything. It was divided into 20. I'm not sure where I kept. Okay.
Yeah, that was what I was gonna ask. If you guys can send us a PDF or
Sure.
PowerPoint or whatever it is that we can read and get prepared.
Yeah, sure. It will be shared. Okay, no worries, through email or WhatsApp, whatever works for us, that will be shared. So everything, it was divided into 20 modules. First, most of the time, see, these modules are like up and down we will be doing. Why? Because some interview questions, all these things parallelly we will be covering, right? It will take more time only, but yes, it is just for handy purpose. This course is there. All these things will be covered. Not only this, more details towards interview perspective and real time things will be covered. That I cannot put it in the that I cannot put it here, right? So what I'm discussing, so that is different part, but it is just for view. This is the thing which I'm going to cover. Okay.
Cool. Okay.
For activities, first 10 will cover. Second thing is like cloud hub deployment will be covered, and third is like almost third party connectors like Salesforce or like a ActiveMQ, like all those things will be covered. And most hard thing is like here data view expressions. This is something like it kills us. Data view expressions is another thing. When it is like processing thousands of records or lakhs of records, how we have to approach, what to use, when to use, what is the benefits if you are using batch, all the stuff it will be there. And finally, after getting expertise on core activities, we will be discussing about raml designing, raml flows, raml deployment, all the stuff, and how the GitHub work in the real time, how we will be doing it, all those things, and certifications, best practices, all these are like as part of this we will be covering it. And at last I will showcase the real-time project, whatever we have built in our organization. That, but to be frank, that video I will not share. Why? Because it is our completely organization project. I cannot record the session for that, but I will provide the code. That is, I'm very particular on that. Why? Because we cannot keep ourselves in risk, right? Okay. While explaining the project, that I will not record it. The record itself will not happen. The video will not be shared, but the code will be shared. At that time, just while I'm walking through the real-time project, keep your book and pen and just wrote down some important points. Okay. Okay, that's all for today, and we'll try to meet tomorrow.
Okay.
Cool. Real quick, can you make me a presenter? Can you make me a presenter? I just want to show you. I just want to ask you how the AnyPoint preface should look like after you download it. Mine kind of looks like this. If you can make me a presenter.
I think yours is back, right? What is your name? Tommy, you are the one?
Abraham?
Yeah, I'm here.
Abraham. Oh, okay, Abraham. Okay, others can leave it. Others can leave the, why? Because I know everybody is working or late nights. For them, they can leave. Abraham, just share your screen. I will make you the presenter. Okay.
Thank you.
I'm making you the presenter. Yeah. Others can. It is your wish, boss. If you stay, you can stay. Otherwise, you can leave.
Okay. Am I sharing?
No, I like to see.
Okay, it is open, na?
Am
What
I
is the
sharing
problem?
screen?
Yes, your screen is visible. Okay, close that package explorer. You just close it. Wait. You just close that project explorer. Right side, right
This
side,
clear?
right side. Okay, it is loading. Okay. Let it load.
What do you mean?
24, 27. Okay.
So yeah, this the white background at the back is what my endpoint studio kind of looks like. There's nothing on this side, maybe because we don't have no project.
No,
But I just want to make sure
exactly.
that I just want to make sure if this
This
is
is
how it is supposed to look like.
exactly. This is correct. Go ahead. Okay.
Okay.
If you create a project now, everything that palette and everything, it will come. Okay.
Okay. Cool. Yeah,
Okay,
Cool.
done.
Are you enjoying the sessions? It is interactive.
Yeah, it is good. I mean, sometimes it is kind of like, we're just beginners, and I know you are a senior on this thing, and you've done it for so many years.
Yeah, that is the reason for every
Yeah,
step I am asking. I can
maybe,
understand that.
maybe things are super easy for you, but like even the easiest things are probably hard for us because we never heard of it.
I'll do my best. I'll try to inject as many as I can so that you can survive in the market. That is the final thing. Okay.
Cool.
So as
Yeah.
the sessions are still in, if any of your friends also interested to join, let them join. Why? Because the more people, the more interactive, the more questions, the more more things will go on. Okay. If any others also you can add. Why? Because only 2 classes happen, so it will be like more interaction, and we will be. It is just like, it is not like a training. It is like we are working as a team. Okay, to make it success. Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Okay,
Same
Abraham,
time
it is correct
tomorrow?
only. No need to worry. Okay. 7:30 tomorrow. Yes. 7:30. I'll let you know. Okay. Bye.